Learning a language can be a challenging task for people nowadays. With too much on our plates and too little time, another thing on our to do list seems impossible. Today, I'd like to share with you something that helped me while learning German in primary school and high school, and later Spanish in college. So, here are some tips for short practices you can do throughout the day. Do them every day, and you'll soon see the results. So, we have 6 areas we can practice in English: grammar, vocabulary, reading, listening, writing, and speaking. So, let's start. As far as practicing listening goes, we can do it while listening to podcasts while we run or exercise, watching Netflix while exercising on a treadmill, listening to audiobooks while commuting or driving. So, as you can see, all those things we don't really do anything actively. It's more like a passive learning, but it still give us the exposure to the language itself. When it comes to practicing vocabulary, one of the things that I like doing or recommending my students to do is reading medium articles or any sort of articles while having breakfast. So basically, again, you're doing two things at the same time. You have to eat, so why not use that time to do something else as well? Another thing you can do to practice vocabulary is watch a movie or a TV show with subtitles, to read a book and highlight unknown words, especially the ones that keep repeating themselves. And you can do it while you're commuting. Again, you're not wasting time, you have to travel, so why not use it for something useful? You can also do crosswords during the breaks or go through digital flashcards while commuting or having a break for lunch or just again going home from work. When it comes to practicing grammar, I prefer to use apps while again I travel to, while I used to travel to college or while I go to work or travel anywhere. Or you can do it also while you wait in line. So my recommendation is Magoosh. They had loads of options. I'm not really sure if they still have all of them, but there are some apps that just cover the regular grammar, and that one should absolutely work. So another thing that you can do is to pay attention while you read when it comes to the sentence structure. So underline or highlight structures that you struggle with or that don't look familiar to you, and later you can check them out. You can also do 15-minute grammar drills during the lunch break. So again, you have to eat, why not use it to do something, useful as well. When it comes to practicing speaking, I would suggest recording yourself every morning while getting ready for work and saying what are your plans for the day. And you can also do it in the evening while getting ready for bed, and you can say what you did that day. In that way, you practice all tenses. You practice present and future for the morning, and you practice past tense and past perfect for the evening. And you can also use that time to talk about things that um, you did through the day, and those are usually things that we can use to chat with somebody else. As far as practicing writing goes, I would suggest doing it every evening, for example, during dinner time or when you're relaxing before going to bed. So write a short note, something like a diary entry, or a plan for tomorrow, or do it gratitude diary, whatever works for you the best. If none of those things work for you, you can always describe a situation that happened to you that day and that left the biggest impression on you. It doesn't matter what you're writing, the important thing is that you practice writing. So now don't forget that you can use both speaking practice and writing practice to test and again practice your grammar, because you have to be careful that you use the right tenses, the right structures, and if you make a mistake, again it's a practice to find those mistakes, correct them, and learn something new. So I really hope that these things helped you. I think the biggest advantage is that you can do all of these things while eating, having a break, or commuting, which means that nothing in your schedule has to suffer. And the best thing is that it takes between 5 and 15 minutes to do any of these. And the day will actually give results. not because you do God knows what, but simply because you are dedicated and you do it every day. So give it a try and let me know how it went.